All right, folks, the Red Marathon continues. Cat food brands. I was shocked. The three biggest of all hit it out of the park for the number 3. I'm walking through Superstore, bam, Friskies. I start laughing. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then Whiskas. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And then my favorite, Meow Mix. These all nail it for the number 3, and what we're gonna see now is shocking. Look, they all divide by 3, differing by 6 points exactly. In fact, they all divide by 6, differing by 6. 90, Whiskas. Friskies, 6 points higher. Meow Mix, 6 points higher than that. If you can say these words without smiling at some point, you probably don't appreciate cats. I mean, Friskies. But you gotta see these things on their actual products. It's just hilarious. Whiskas. I mean, who was the genius that came up with this? Meow Mix. But look at, okay, so now I already did it. This is really amazing. Find love in all of these brands. In Friskies, the letters that don't divide by 3 make love perfectly. Well, that is the exact same thing in Meow Mix. I'm not joking. You can do it for yourself right now. And of course, these are huge, multi-million-dollar brands. Like, these are the kings of the cat world. And of course, cat equals 24,888. It's like one of the first C words, C followed by an A. If you open up a dictionary, cat is very well near the beginning. I mean, whatever comes near the beginning is best. Okay, so just consider the ordinance of God in the word cat. C is 3. Like, C is king, because C is 3. And then cat is A. Like, that's very near the beginning of the C's in the dictionary. That's very king. And there's more cats on this planet in people's homes in the name of love than probably any other pet there is. And certainly then you have wild cats, and wild divides by 3 and all that. So these are big brands. I was stupefied. I've never owned a cat and purchased these things. But these things come in huge bags, like bigger than my torso. This is like the big, Friskies bag, the Meow Mix, the big Whiskas. You can buy them in little tins for like less than $1. Or you can go big or go home with like your 40-pound bag practically of this stuff. But these fill the aisle. Like, these 3 brands just fill the aisle. But look, find love. It's just amazing. And God has been doing this everywhere. And all the letters that don't divide by 3 equal love. All the letters that don't divide by 3 equal love. And then so the rest are just cherries on top for the number 3. Okay? And then here in Whiskas we found love. And then you've got this left over. Okay? And, that's amazing. All of them divide by 6, differing by 6. 90 plus 6 plus 6. Like, it's just glaring. So all inquiring cats want to know, can you find love in Friskies, Whiskas, and Meow Mix? Of course you can. It's sitting right there. By Divine Ordinance, to the glory of the Triune God, who is love, who is the sovereign God over this story. So cat equals 24,888. You're just like, and then of course the word dog equals God. It's like, hello, who's taking the glory for this whole story, people? Okay. Okay, so big brands there. More gems here in red brand land. Now these are not exactly all red brands, but I was just scooping up. I went back to Superstore at the end of our red marathon yesterday and just scooped up more gold. And these are huge. I'm telling you, these are big brands. See the massive glory of God. Zoom out to your neighborhood, and then to your city, and then to your province, and then to the entire nation, and think in your mind just how many people are enjoying a cat in life. Cats in their home, and purchase Friskies, Whiskas, and or Meow Mix on a regular basis. And every cat said amen, equals 33. Okay. So, this is a loaded red brand, mathematically. Stouffer's. What genius came up with that? Well, it's ordained by heaven for the glory of the Trinity. Look at it. It starts with the famous STO equals love, and it ends with FFERS, which equals love. You got to be kidding me. So I'm going through Superstore again, scooping up red products because red is the king of colors. Okay, and it's everything is. It makes it so easy because red is obviously the big standout. So I see stacks and stacks of these things in the freezer section. These are ready-made meals. Stacks and stacks of them. Big red block of items. Big red section. And so it catches my eye, and it's Stouffer's equals. And STO is king for the number 3. It's the first 3 letters of stop and story and storage and all the rest of it. You can look up the dictionary. STO equals love. And then FFERS equals love. And then the U divides by 3 in the center, 21. So the whole thing is love plus 21, a sevenfold set of 3s. That's 129, which is 3 times 43. And these are superb meals, and this is going to blow your mind continually. This is loaded. Their slogan divides by 3. Here it is right here. Tastes like home. And then guaranteed divides by 3. So this text in orange divides by 3. And then guaranteed is one of my favorite words of all time, and it's obviously one of God's favorite words, because I'm not joking. Study the word guaranteed. You can slice it directly in half to get 48 on the left and 48 on the right. Ordained by heaven, all perfectly to the glory of the Triune God and Jesus equals 88. Take the word guaranteed, satisfaction guaranteed, and then satisfaction, whatever. You can solve that, but guaranteed, it's always the last word. It's like, who gets the last word on this? Well, Jesus. Guaranteed, 48 to the left, 48 to the right. It's 10 letters. Slice it with the sword right down the middle. You get 5 letters to the left, that's 48. 5 letters to the right is 48, a double of 888 both sides. And as if that wasn't enough, so it adds to 96, which divides by 24. You know, it's the same as Friskies. And this was the first cat food brand that I solved. And then I believe Whiskas and Meow Mix came shortly after that. But this was the first one that I saw. It starts with 24888. Wow, look at how loaded Friskies is. Like for 8s as well. For 888s. Look at this. This is insane. The FR is 24888 in the front. The ES is 24888 in the back. And then so in the center is obviously 48, composed of 30 plus 9 plus 9. That's amazing. So 48 in the center, 24, 24. Perfect. Friskies. Friskies. Say it right now, you'll get happy. And so will your cat. Friskies. Cat's like, Friskies. I mean, can you imagine getting to be in these board meetings where people discuss this? I mean, that would be awesome. Okay, so Nestle, and it's, you know, Nestle divides by 3 and 6 letters. That's the parent company. But guaranteed. And then you can do the hopscotch effect in guaranteed to get 2 beautiful teams. The one is 60, the other is 36 or something like that, but you can see more of it. So that their slogan is a loaded slogan, and they're very proud of it. Put it on the back there. Check, divides by 3. And this one really jumps out at me because this is my favorite number of world history, you know, outside of 240. This is the famous 201. This one really jumped out at me, the fact that there's the 201 there, because that's the full birth name of all the famous people I talked about: Neil Armstrong, Walt Disney, Hans Zimmer, Britney Spears, Bill Gates, and all that. Okay. And even this product divides by 3, and it comes with 3 items. This is what you call an intelligent product. So herb roasted chicken divides by 3. 3 items: your veggies, your meat, and your carbs. Potatoes, meat, your meat and potatoes, and your vegetables. I mean, talk about the standard meal. You know, eat your meat and potatoes, and your vegetables. 1, 2, 3. A proper meal is 3 items. You got your meat, your protein, or your fish. You got your potatoes, your carbohydrates, and then you've got your vitamins and minerals and your vegetables, your greens, your chlorophyll, your fruit, whatever it is. 1, 2, 3. And this was delicious. It was delicious. Now, I think it could be priced a little bit better, but it certainly was delicious. So, just so the writing is on the wall on this red, very red product, in keeping with our red marathon, let's just throw it out there quickly. It takes less than half a minute. So can you find love in Stouffer's? Of course you can. Love on the back, love on the front, 21 left over. Okay. And then I picked up another red, also in the instant meals section is another cluster of red called Michelina's, in particular Michelina's Signature. And look at all the TMRR, like they really killed this one. It's like TM 33, R 18, R 18, R, TM. Everywhere they occur, they glorify the Trinity. 1, 2, 3. Michelina's divides by 3, Signature divides by 3. I'll leave you to do that one for homework. Find love in it. That's another famous red. Red is the king of colors, okay? Now you're having fun, because now you're just going through the store looking for red. That's simple. Kids can do this one. All right, kids, it's field trip day. I want you to go into Superstore and find as many products that are red as you can. I'm timing you. Go! By the way, here's $100 each. Go! Kids are like, the boys especially, just like, you know, anyways. Okay. And because red is the king of colors. And then when you find gems like this, you're just like, can't believe this. Where's this stuff been my whole life? And it was delicious. Like, folks, don't you dare make fun of an instant meal until you've tried this brand. You'll be like, what the? In only 3 minutes of, literally I nuked it for 3 minutes and 33 seconds. That's the perfect amount of time for this meal on my microwave, pure threes. I nuked this for 3 minutes and 33 seconds, dug in, and I was like, this is the best tasting meal I've had. I'm like, seriously, this was delicious. Do the math yourself. Love on the beginning, love on the end. It's like 3 heaven, and it's bright red, and it's made by Nestle, which is a very trusted name. One of the largest, I believe Nestle is like the largest food company in the world now. And then do the math on the slogan. It'll blow your mind. Tastes like home, in 3 words, guaranteed. And they even colored the 2 parts of the saying in different colors. Taste divides by 3, like homeness together to make 3, and then guaranteed. It's like the king word. Remember, 48 on the left, 48 on the right. It's like, good night. Guaranteed equals Friskies. It's like, boom! Now you're entering into the pleasure of God day and night and all this stuff. So if you're gonna, I would say, if you're gonna try a instant meal from the frozen food section that you can just come home and nuke and have your instant meal, try Stouffer's. It's excellent. Now again, I would cast my vote for lower prices on these items. Okay, I'm a big guy. I like to eat a lot. For the portion, I think, you know, but it's delicious. Okay, if you're a fast-paced, you know, person. And you just, seriously, if you're going to try an instant meal, pick this brand right here. Stouffer's. Okay? The writing is on the wall, the math is right there. It's a king in that department. Okay, so seeing as I've got some other words on the board, I don't always bring home the item that I can get. Starburst. Talk about famous reds and candies. Starbust is a red colored brand. The text Starbust is written in red, and that divides by 3. 39, S&T are the marriage couple made in heaven. That's what's very exceptional about Starbust. I can't think of any other brand off the top of my head that starts and ends with an ST. I mean, the word starts would do that, but Starbust. The marriage couple made in heaven, ST 3939. You've got 2 R's in there. Okay, which would make, that's really cool. So look at the letters that have a pair. And I'm actually just seeing this for the first time. That equals, wow. I mean, they're the 3 letters in order. This is very obvious. In fact, this is the first time I'm seeing this like this. 3 letters in order. RST, 18, 19, 20. Well, that couldn't be any more obvious, because 18 plus 19 and 20 are the 3 numbers in order hanging around Mr. 19, which is the 8th prime. So remember, RST equals 57 equals 888 by the law of prime, because 19 is the 8th prime, and you have 3 of them. Too obvious in Starburst. And this is the first time I'm seeing this, folks. As we give, we see more. God opens our eyes to see more. RST. They're even in order on the end. RST. 18, 19, 20. And when you have those 3 letters, even the number of strokes divides by 3. Okay? 1 for an S, 2 for a T, 3 for an R. Okay, disturbingly, yet not surprisingly, as I always say, the letter with 1 stroke is +1 over a multiple of 3. The letter with 2 strokes is +2 over a multiple of 3. And then the letter with 3 strokes divides by 3 perfectly. So S is written in 1 stroke. Curvy S. Okay? Think of the curvy female getting married to the hard, firm male. That's a great way of remembering this marriage couple made in heaven between the S and the T. The slender, curvy female, S, and the hard, firm male, T. Okay? So, but S is +1 over a multiple of 3. And it's written in 1 stroke. T is 20 is +2 over a multiple of 3. And it's written in 2 strokes. R is 18 divides by 3 all by itself, and it's written in 3 strokes. 1, 2, 3. Wow! So this is an obvious trio ordained by heaven, RST. To add to 57, which is a triple of 19s, literally triple S, a triple of triple eights. Triple eight, just triple of 19s, a triple of the eighth prime, triple eight. Remember we solved the Heinz ketchup bottle the other day and why it has 57? I'll grab it for you again. We solved the mystery of the number 57 on one of the most common bottles in the entire universe. Heinz, red, king, 57. Not only on the sticker, but actually baked into the plastic multiple times. 57, 57, you know, around the back, baked into the plastic. 57, 57. 888, to the glory of Jesus equals 888. You know, down here, 57 varieties, 57 varieties. Just, it's like fine print divides by 3. 57, 57. So, that's 57, 888. There you go, and that's obvious because that's done twice in the word starburst. So, starburst. 57, 57, 888, 888, and then you've got another 24, 888. Oh my goodness, good night. Wow, this is the first time I've seen starburst this gloriously. You're going to want to go to the store and eat a bunch of red starburst. And most kids and most human beings would agree that when you open a pack of starburst and you dump all the colors on the table, if you have one choice in your lifetime to choose only one color of a starburst that you are allowed to consume, which color should you choose? I'll give you a big hint. It's red. Everyone chooses red. Because red is the best tasting starburst candy. And red is the king of colors, and red is everyone's favorite candy, always, at all times. I want the red lollipop, I want the red Smarties, I want the red Skittles, I want the red chocolate bar, I want the red cotton candy, if, you know, make it bright, whatever. So this is insane, because Starburst and Skittles are two of the most sold candies in North America and worldwide, especially among young people, but kids of all ages up to, you know, 130 and all that. But look at this. So what's left over is, oh my goodness, yeah. So what's left over is 21 plus 3, which is 24, 888. So I'm going to show you right now. We've already said it. Starburst in 3 plus 3 letters, 3 teams of 3s, is 888, 888, 888. Wow. Somebody say wow. I'm saying wow. This is the first time. I just checked last night that Starburst divides by 3, and it is a king brand because it's red. But this is the first time in my life that I'm seeing that Starburst in 3 teams of 3 is literally 888, 888, 888. Using both the law of prime twice with the same letters for that, and then the standard number 24, 888. Somebody say wow. That is ordained. It's God's story. The story belongs to Jesus, okay? You just need to be awakened to that. And then you just go around scooping up the gold everywhere. So let's get the writing on the wall here. And what I actually want to do is I want to get these 888s on the wall for this. Okay, I'm going to switch to orange because orange also divides by 3. It's the second color of the rainbow beneath the red. You know, orange, the silver medal, red, the king. They both divide by 3. Okay. So, so let's just go with what we got here. So STR is 57, okay, which is a triple of 19s, which is the 8th prime, triple 8, okay. So I'm just going to write this out once, the breakdown, and then just say triple 8 for the rest. So, and then 57 over here, triple 8, and then 24, 8 times 3, triple 8. There you go. In 3 teams of 3 letters apiece. I'm never going to forget this. I wish I had that bag of Starburst in my hands right now, because what I would do is I would pop in 3 red ones into my mouth right now. I might have to go to Superstore again and buy some. They were on an end cap display. End cap display divides by 3. That's, anyways. But that's usually where grocery stores put the items that they're really wanting to sell a lot of. They put them on the end cap displays. So, triple 8, triple 8, triple 8 in 3 teams. You know, I'm so in love with this. I want to actually write these 3 teams out. RST. You know what? And let's write them out in red, seeing as that's what the letters are written in Starburst. So RST 888. And then another RST 888. Okay. And then an ABU left over 888. So there's the 3 teams of 3 letters apiece ordained in Starburst. Now I'm really in love with Starburst. I mean, I liked Starburst up until now, but now I'm in love with Starburst. I'm like, I gotta have it now. Skittles and Starburst are 2 of my favorite candies, and I think most people would agree that they are fantastic. So, triple 8, triple 8, triple 8. So what does that all add to? De facto, numerically, that's 114 plus another 24 is 138, which divides by 3. 3 times 46, which is 3 times 23, which is the 9th prime, doubled. Okay, a triple of the 9th prime, 3 times 3, doubled. Very good. So there you go. Wow, that was worth Starburst. That was awesome. Triple 8, triple 8, triple 8. So just bake that in your mind now. Starburst. Triple 8, triple 8, triple 8. In 3 teams of 3s. Hallelujah. You know, it's as if Starburst was dropped out of heaven. And it actually was, folks. God ordained the people that came up with Starburst long before the foundation of the world. And He ordained the ingredients that they were going to use, and He ordained the colors that were going to be put on the product, and all the materials, and everything involved. Okay? Because God is God, and the story belongs to Him. Okay? And the color is red. So now a red Starburst, add 27 points to what we have there is, what was that, 138? That would bump it up to 165, which is pure 15s, 15 times 11, very nice. And then, so what are, yeah, I'm just thinking to myself, yeah, red Starburst is honestly my favorite color. That's strawberry. And I just ate like an entire tray of strawberries this morning while I was while I was doing my newspapers. It's red, you're just going to want to chug strawberries like crazy after this. Because, like, as I'm considering like, all these famous red candies and stuff, what is the flavor that they usually call the red candy? Strawberry. Like Starburst, the red candy is strawberry. Well, technically that means we should all eat more strawberries. You know, I'm just like, to heck with what the, you know, analysts of, you know, the chemical composition of, you know, the berries and different fruits say. I'm like, I want the red strawberries. I want the red guys. Because red is the king of colors. And even red bell peppers have more nutrients than orange, yellow, and green bell peppers because they take longer to develop into the red color. from what I understand, all bell peppers begin at the color green, then they go yellow, then they go orange, and then they finish in red. So you want the red ones. If you go to the store, buy red bell peppers because they're the ones that took the longest to get to the final color red, thereby, and they've absorbed more nutrients. And they actually taste the best. So stop buying green peppers, stop buying yellow peppers, stop buying orange peppers, just buy pure red bell peppers. There was a pack on sale at, I'm telling you all this, they were selling 4 packs of red bell peppers at Superstore on a Red Marathon day yesterday by Divine Ordinance, and lo and behold, the brand is Prime Time. And do the math on Prime Time, it equals love plus love perfectly, I believe. Let me just refresh that. Yeah, and what's exceptional about that is put the IME plus the IME, 27 plus 27 in each word of Prime Time. It's a little bit skewed there, it's better, Prime Time, the brand of this 4 set of red bell peppers. IME is 27, IME is 27, that's love plus love, half a love plus half a love equals love, and then lo and behold, the PR plus the P and the T make 36, plus the R is another 54. So Prime Time equals love plus love in the most perfectly obvious way you can imagine. Again, IME is 9 plus 18. R is 18, PT is 36, a double of 18. It's love heaven in Prime Time. So now you can take a magic carpet ride on every use of Prime Time in the entire universe. Prime Time television, Prime Time news, Prime Time, Prime Time. You know, now is the prime time for the glory of God mathematically. It always has been. But on sale, the red bell peppers, because they have the most nutrients of all the other colors. So why bother buying the green bell peppers? Why bother buying the yellow ones? Why bother buying the orange ones? Buy the red ones because they've got the most nutrients in it. How did that work? Well, they take the longest. They simply take the long. Bell peppers go from the color green to the color yellow to the color orange to the color red. Well, God saves the best for last. You want the red ones. There's another big proof that red is the king of colors, okay? So, when we do the simple observation that there's one obvious berry that all the famous candies are named after when they go for the color red, okay? Cherry sometimes, but by and large, strawberry. Does that mean we should eat a lot of strawberries? Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. Red, okay. And then so when you eat Starburst candies, they got strawberry, cherry, I believe, lemon, and orange. Those are the 4 original, there's only 4 original colors in Starburst. And strawberry is the king. You know, if you watch any ad or any promotion for Starburst candies, and just about any candy, they will always put red at the front. They'll always have their red candy at the front of the pack, and in the, you know, because red is king. That was awesome. Starbust, AAA. And of course that name, Starburst, is written on the wrapper all over every individual candy that you open to enjoy. Enjoy equals Jehovah. So you can't even get into a Starburst without glorifying Jesus equals A to A. AAA. Using the law of prime doubly and once not. How much more do you want? It's maximum. There. We've just proven mathematically that Jesus equals A to A owns Starburst. And he's been owning it before eternity as we know it. He's been owning it before he created the stars because he imagined it and he ordained it. That is the truth. That's the truth of the story in which you live. Okay? So, worship Jesus. Okay. I am so in love with that one, I just want to stare at it a little longer. Starburst, AAA. You just want to... Whoa, Revelation. Wait a minute. Well, what's cool when you open a Starburst pack is that they stagger the colors just like God staggered the 6 days of creation. Okay? Just like, you know, day 1 was completed on day 4, day 2 was completed on day 6, or day 5, and day 3 was completed on day 6. Well, when you open the Starburst, it goes like red, pink, yellow, orange in order, and then it goes back to red. So it's always staggered down the line. Man, I gotta get a packet of those and just... Okay, anyway, Starburst solved. That was awesome. Some other brands, this one really jumped out at me. Talk about a famous red brand, Red River. It's a hot cereal. Red River is really obvious. Here's love right on the end, or love right on the beginning, of course, and then here's half a love. And hot cereal divides by 3, just like cold cereal divides by 3. Okay, so whether you have hot cereal or cold cereal, both divide by 3. But Red River is like a bright red cereal box. It's a classic hot cereal. If you haven't had hot cereal in a while, I encourage you to try Red River. I'm experimenting with gluten-free right now, just because there seems to be some interesting issues with genetically modified wheat and how it affects people. I'm choosing to be almost entirely gluten-free right now. Because I've noticed that certain wheat products can actually make me groggy, and I notice it instantly. There's something wrong going on with certain wheat crops. Okay, so here's some fun ones here. I love how God, these are personal ones from my childhood. Okay, these are not really famous names as most people would consider them, but from my childhood, I remember there were some Christian programs. One was McGee and Me. The videos McGee and Me, and then Gerbert. Gerbert. And McGee was mostly red. He was a red. Gerbert is orange, which divides by 3. But Gerbert equals 75, divides by 3. Book ended with 27, perfect cube of 3, 2 R's in here plus 12. McGee divides by 3, he equals 33. These were two quite well-known Christian entertainment characters in like the 90s. Okay, this was back when children watched wholesome entertainment, at least in our church. Okay, and things were just more wholesome. McGee and Me was awesome. And so everyone loved McGee. He was like the animated cartoon that walks through life with this young teen guy that's teaching Christian values and all that. So McGee divides by 3, Gerbert divides by 3. I encourage you to look up Gerbert. He's hilarious. It's like it was a Christian puppet show with humans and stuff. And he was like insanely cute. I mean, Gerbert. If I could have a plush toy of Gerbert right now, I'd be like, this guy's awesome. But Gerbert divides by 3, McGee divides by 3, put the two of them together, that equals 108, love plus love. Yesterday we solved, I just keep getting more words, like yesterday we solved dog snacks, which divides by 3, just like dog food and dog chow. Like, all the words that come out of your mouth for this stuff. And then cat litter divides by 3, both words, and 3 plus 6 letters and all that stuff. But dog chow divides by 3 equals 75, and you can find love there. Dog food divides by 3, dog snacks divides by 3, dog chow divides by 3. And on and on. Okay. So, what else do we want to... That was awesome. I think Starburst, that was awesome. 888, and Starburst, like that was just totally awesome how that one came out. Stouffer's, that was awesome. Red River. These ones are just hilarious. All dividing by 6, differing by 6, and then, again, by way of review, the love in Friskies is all the letters that do not divide by 3. 30 plus 24, love. And then you've got another 9 plus 9 plus double 9 plus 6. It's like, here it is in Whiskas. Okay, you can go 24 and 30 again. So just like Friskies. Friskies. Here's your 24. Here's your 30. Whiskas, WA. 24. There's the S and the K again. Very similar. 24, 30, love. 24, 30, love. And then you've got another famous 9 fest here. Like, look at this. This is 999 plus 9. Well, in Friskies, you've got 999 plus 9. Like, it's obvious. Like, in fact, the screaming parallelism between Friskies and Whiskas cannot be denied. I wish I had a bag of Friskies and Whiskas right now to just put on camera just for fun. But look at that. 24 plus 30. 24 plus 30 with the same letters for the 30. And in fact, why don't I choose this S and this K? Because they're literally in the same position. And that is really what your mouth notices when you when you say these. So the S, the K now, literally in the same position in whiskas, friskies. These two letters are the fourth and fifth. These two letters are the fourth and fifth. So there's the 30 in both of these. And then the W and the A gives yourself a 24. So 24 plus 30. And then the leftovers is 27 plus 9, 27 plus 9 plus a 6 on top, to make it 96 over 90. Like totally parallel for the number, totally parallel for love and the number 3, friskies and whiskas. Like two of the biggest cat food brands in the universe. And every cat said, "Amen. I need my friskies, or you don't get my ongoing love. Thank you very much." I mean, just consider how many laughs and how many smiles cats have given to mankind in the history of the universe. It's beyond calculation. Okay? You're just like, and how fitting that these brand names are actually quite funny. I mean, they're funny to say. Friskies? You gotta be kidding me. That is hilarious. Whiskas? I mean, how can you take this without a smile in any boardroom meeting where you're talking about whiskas? I mean, it's just plain whiskas. And then meow mix. So that was 18 plus 36 there in the letters that don't divide by 3. I'll bet you could find 30 and 24. I mean, there's 24 right there, there's 24 right there. Yeah, so again, the letters that don't divide by 3 equal love down here, just like up in Friskies, and then the rest bumps it up 6 points higher. The rest is 24 plus 24, triple A plus triple A. So meow mix. Here's the glory of meow mix. I mean, this is a real fun one. The letters that don't divide by 3 equal love perfectly, being 18 plus 36, side by side. And as for the fame of WM, side by side, just think of your local restroom. You see these letters everywhere. M for male or men, W for women. The same 4 strokes. You even see them on silver plates that are just turned upside down. Here's the M for the men's room. Here's the W for the women's room. Same piece of manufactured metal. The one was just flipped upside down. Here's an upside down M, it's called a W. Here's an upside down W, it's called an M. The men's room, the women's room. By divine ordinance, an M plus a W is 13 plus 23. By the way, both individually glorify 3. Okay, because 13 is the 6th prime, double 3, of course it ends in 3. And 23 is the 9th prime, 3 times 3, and it also ends in 3. So, but then put the two together. M plus W, 13 plus 23, that's 36. Divides by 3, a triple of 12. Perfect. So, that's sitting right in the center of meow mix. You're just like, what genius, in what boardroom, on this sailing planet that is spinning around at several thousand miles an hour, was struck by lightning, and in a moment of ecstasy, shouted out meow mix, and the entire room erupted in applause. Well, that's what was happening in the eyes of God as the angels continue to cry out, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, the whole earth is filled with His glory." The first time a human being ever spoke the words meow mix, the heavens rejoiced as they continue to rejoice in worship as this story plays out according to God's love. Okay. Say it right now. You'll just get happy. Meow mix. You can't say that and not start chuckling or smiling. Meow mix. You're just like, this is ridiculous. One more time. Third time. Meow mix. You're just like, you can say that. Meow mix. Now you know why people love to sing commercials and they sing jingles, because they're so happy. Marketers are some of the happiest people on the planet. They're just playing with words all day long. They're like, let's come up with a jingle for meow mix. Meow mix, the only cat litter, cat foods are. Meow mix, the only cat food you need. Coming up, there's like singing with fiddles and stuff, like jamming on the piano. Seriously, I mean, that's jingle device, but Meow Mix, you know, we need a composition for the Meow Mix brand. It's selling like hotcakes. Get the song out, quick, bring the composer. It's like, we need a guy with a flute. We need a flute in the background here. We need a guy with a triangle or something. We need some drums, you know. Meow Mix, do, 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 do. And the people are just like, yes. Okay, so, and like, add the word cat to all this, 24,888. Speaking of famous 888s, it's like 24,888, 24,888, double of 24,888. Well, don't forget your cat in all this, which is 24,888. It's like, was Friskies ordained for a cat? Oh yeah, 888, 888, double 888, 888. Jesus equals 888. Who owns it all? Jesus. Okay. Who created all the cats? Jesus. Who ordained Friskies? Jesus. It's like that true joke about Sunday school. The correct answer is always Jesus. When the teacher asks you a question, all you have to ever say is Jesus, and you'll always get it right. Doesn't matter what the question is, Jesus. You're absolutely, well, you know, it has to be a good question. It's like, who's responsible for this? Jesus. Why is the sky blue? Jesus. Why is the grass green? Jesus. And it's actually true. Okay. Why is Friskies 888, 888, double 888? Jesus. Why is cat 888? Jesus. Equals 888 in Greek and on. Okay. Why are we breathing element 8 to stay alive? In fact, it's 888. Oxygen. 8 protons, 8 neutrons, 8 electrons. Jesus. Okay. Why is your cat also breathing the same thing? Jesus. Why is your dog and every fish and every bird breathing 888 to stay alive? Jesus. And when the party in heaven comes, it's going to blow everything we've ever seen out of the water. And Jesus is the recipient of it all. Jesus is God. He's the second member of the Trinity. Okay. So, Whiska, you know, isn't that awesome? But we were looking at Meow Mix. So the M and the W, the famous MW from the men's and women's restroom. By the way, restroom equals 1, 2, 3. So there it is, right there in Meow Mix. The ladies come first in this occasion, W and the M. And that makes double 18. And then me, one of God's favorite words to finish every sentence with, because it's all about Him, so He always finishes His sentences with me. Me equals 18. So you got double 18 here, plus 18 here, that's love perfectly in all the letters that do not divide by 3. And we've been seeing this galore. Galore. For example, the word tuition. T-T-N equals love. The letters that don't divide by 3, and then the letters that do divide by 3 in between equals love again. On and on it comes. But then look what's left over. Talked about 888s. So Meow Mix equals love plus a pair of 888s, a pair of 24s. There's love. I-O, 24 888. 24 888. It finishes with X. X, 24 888. Meow Mix. I tell you, the man in the boardroom that spoke these words for the first time had an epiphany that would shock your brain if you felt the same thing right now. Well, you basically are. He's like, you know, it's that long silence. And all of a sudden, or maybe it struck him in the middle of the night. Maybe he woke up in the middle of the night and just the words came out of his mouth on the lips of humanity for the first time in a soft whisper. Meow Mix. And he knew that he had the golden brand. And he rushed to the trademark and patent office. And the boardroom erupted in applause as it was carved on stone by Divine Ordinance, you know, in large capital letters. And now it's proliferated to cats worldwide. Hallelujah. Okay. So there you go. Meow. I mean, you just can't help but just start enjoying the hilariousness of all this. And as for the word meow, there's another MW. Now the men come first, ladies. So there's the M on the front, the W on the end. You know, the men's room and the women's room. It's like there's a lot of famous MWs in this universe. There's a lot of restrooms with an M and a W. It's like for the glory of the Trinity, mathematically. And the first is like 3-prong, 1, 2, 3. You know. Somebody says, you know, forget M and M's. I mean, M glorifies the number 3 because it's 13, which is the 6th prime. Okay? But, you know, technically M and M's are M and W's because if you flip the M and M upside down, then you got a W. So why don't we call them M and W's for men and women rather than M&M's? You know the famous chocolate candy, M&M's? Well, technically they are M and W's because you just turn half of them upside down and you've got M and W's in your hand. Now that's a cool gem. That was deep wisdom. I can sense that was really good. Buy a pack of M&M's and say to yourself, well, actually, technically, I've got a pack of M and W's. Thank you very much, to the glory of the Trinity. Let's get neutral on this whole M&M's thing. We have men and women here, so we're going to call them M and W's. And maybe we'll like color the M's like a certain color and the W's a certain color just to really like distinguish that. You know, we'll come up with a new M and W's brand. Okay. Or something like M2U0, you know, MW divides by 3, add an O in there, just for fun. Oh, mow the lawn. There you go. Out of my own mouth. Mow. Mow that lawn. To the glory of the Triune God. There it is. On your lawn mower. Mow. Mow, baby, mow. To the glory of the Triune God. 36 plus 15 divides by 3. There you go, and that's beautiful. You got a perfect circular O, these nice mirrored, you know, M, like lightning bolt things, MW. It's time to mow. Now you know why men love mowing the lawn so much. It was ordained by heaven. Just go out there and experience the ordinance of God. That man would mow grass in bliss on a sunny day. Mow, mow, mow. Here we go. Okay, by the way, a pair of mows equals meow mix, and then meow contains mow. You know, meow mix is like genius. Okay, my goodness, whoa! We have the 6 days of creation pattern in meow mix. Look at that. You see how the more you look, the more you see. Look at this. Do the 6 days of creation pattern. Day 1 was completed on day 4. There's the M and the W, which we've been jamming on right now. And then the E, day 2 was completed on day 5. That's the E and M. 18 right there. And then day 3 was completed on day 6. That's 24. I-O. Amazing. And then as if that entire symphony wasn't cool and glorious enough, for the 6 days of creation, God just says, pow, here's a giant X on the end, which is 24 888 all by itself. That's insane. In fact, that's the best part of all. If you waited this long, that's the glory on Meow Mix. Okay, let me preach quickly on the 6 days of creation by opening a Bible with you to Genesis chapter 1. And you will notice that numbers begin the Bible. Okay? Genesis 1, and by the way, the word Genesis divides by 3 perfectly. Genesis was written by who, class? Moses. Well, the name Moses parallels Jesus, parallels God, mathematically for the number 3. All 3 of those names have plus 1s as the first letter, plus 1s in the last letter, and 3s in the center. Okay? So, Genesis chapter 1. Check it for yourself. The 6 days of creation. Day 1 was completed on day 4. Day 2 was completed on day 5. And day 3 was completed on day 6. Day 1, God creates light. Day 4, 3 days later. 3 days later, God creates the sun, the moon, and the stars, the agents of light. On day 2, okay, God creates the firmament, okay, of heaven with the waters above and the waters beneath. On day 5, 3 days later, he populates the waters of the deep with the creatures of the sea and the birds of the air, okay, for the heavens. On day 3, God creates the land vegetation, okay, and all the trees and plants. And then 3 days later, on day 6, God creates all the animals and humankind made in his image, those who will consume all the land vegetation and live off of it. Perfect. And then it's done. Because God knows the end, God knows the end from the beginning. And he insists on the number 3 being glorified in a perfect interleave. Okay, so hops 3 days. Isn't that cool? We should structure our lives this way. If that's the way now I'm preaching some real good wisdom. God established the 6-day work week for us in that pattern? Well, why don't we do jobs like that? Do you see how variety is key and mixing it up is key? God said, I'm going to be working in this area on day 1, but I'm going to finish it 3 days later. I'm going to switch gears, so to speak. I'm going to switch gears on day 2. And then I'm going to switch gears again on day 3. And now that I've done 3 different things in 3 days in a row, now I'm going to come back to the first thing that I did. And I'm going to be refreshed to work on that thing. I'm speaking in human terms, because I've had a break from it. Variety is enjoyment. Okay? Monotony is slavery, you know. And so, why don't we move towards that in our 6-day work week, if possible? Do certain tasks or certain things on day 1. 3 days later, come back to that same thing, but on day 2, do something different. You know, come back to it 3 days later. Day 3, do something different than the first 2 days. Variety is the spice of life. Variety is king. A change is as good as a vacation, we say. Well, why don't we just integrate that into people's working lives, just like God did? Okay? But there you go. That's what is ordained in Meow Mix. So, hop 3 letters, boom. So day 2, hop 3 letters, boom. So this is double 18, this is 18, and then these 2 are obvious because they both divide by 3, making 24, and then x equals 24 triple 8 on the end. So there's the bonus on Meow Mix. Okay. Very cool. What else do we want to just grab and solve here? That was awesome. A dozen roses. Solved. Oh yeah, I wanted to preach on Orville Redenbacher's and just hit some extra gems. And then I've got a lot of gems just on the computer that I can blitz through just really quickly with you. But there's some obvious glory in this one. Of course, Orville is love plus half a love. But look, there's 12 letters in Redenbacher's, and every 3 letters divides by